The musical Man for Others is based on a 150-year-old legacy of St. Stanislaus High School. St. Stanislaus High School has always been a beacon to all other schools in Mumbai. St. Stanislaus High School and every Stanislaite strives to live up the value born for greater things. Man for Others has brought together thousands of students from 20 different schools in Bandra, a fitting tribute to Saint Ignatius of Loyola, the founder of the Society of Jesus. This production has been put together by teachers, parents, ex-teachers, ex-students. Enjoy this production and take the legacy of Saint Ignatius of Loyola forward. Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, kindly put your hands together as we welcome the Chief Guest, Rear Admiral Chawla, and other invited dignitaries. Father Errol Fernandez, the school manager, Father Jude Fernandez, principal of St. Stanislaus High School, Are we ready to rock and roll? Are we ready to rock and roll? That's right. Our young Stanislaites backstage are rearing to go, ready to enthrall you with a captivating performance. But while this happens, I want to draw your attention to a few highlights for this evening. To tell you the honest truth, I'm taking this time to allow the cutest section of St. Stanislaus High School to take their positions on stage. Ladies and gentlemen, I request you to put your hands together as our KG students come up on stage, accompanied by their teachers, helpers, assistants, all ready for the very first stage performance. Come on, parents, we can do better than this. That's right. You can see our singers are already on stage. And now, I would request all guests to kindly stand to attention as we begin with the national anthem. The national anthem, the tune for which is going to be played by Master Ethan Pereira of Standard 8th C.
Jana Gana Mana Adinayaka Jaya He Bharat Bhagya Vidhata Punjab Sindh Gujarat Maratha Dravida Utkala Banga Vindhya Himachala Yamuna Ganga Uchala Jalati Taranga Tava Shubha Name Jage Tava Shubha Ashisha Mage
You can see our little angels being positioned on stage. And while this happens, let me give you an insight into some fun moments that have been planned especially for you for this evening. St. Stanislaus, along with the Parent Teachers Association, has taken great pains to arrange for a food court along with a fun zone, especially for each one of you on the primary grounds. The action begins on the primary grounds after the show is over. Please do not miss out on the delicious and mouth-watering treats that are being made available. I have already mentioned about counters that are selling special merchandise that has been created specially to celebrate our Sesquicentennial year. Merchandise, top quality, which is available at very, very reasonable rates. Another surprise element this evening is what we have called a click and capture corner. A unique and special way to make this day memorable. A photo corner created for you to capture memories that will last a lifetime. Another special moment this evening will be the release of the commemorative book. We have set up special counters for you to be able to buy the commemorative book after it has been officially released. There are also counters made available for those people who have already pre-booked the commemorative book, and this will be made available to you today. All these counters have been set up on the primary grounds, and all of them will be functional after the show. There's a very, very special and humble request that goes out to all our dear parents and all our friends who have gathered here today. Kindly refrain from movement in the aisles during the program. We have made special arrangements for a photographer. We therefore request you to sit back, relax, and enjoy the show. And to take this evening forward, please put your hands together as I request the host for this evening to take the action forward. Thank you.
Good evening, Reverend Fathers, ladies and gentlemen, principals, teachers, and Stanislauites, past and present. We have gathered here this evening to celebrate the grand finale of the 150 years of St. Stanislaus High School, or in name, Man for Others. Built in 1863, the German Jesuit fathers laid the foundation of Jesuit education here at St. Stanislaus. This school began as an orphanage, housing 140 native orphans under the leadership of Father Joseph Weber. One house, one square building, a half church, and a half residence room that served as a study hall back then. Today, ladies and gentlemen, look around you. Look at the fantastic premises this school has to offer. This 150-year-old school that has been through almost everything, you name it, the 2 world wars, the highest highs and the lowest lows, and the special part is that it still stands strong and tall, providing priceless education. This is reflected through St. Stanislaus' golden alumni that it consistently produces till date. It certainly has produced some greats: sportsmen, singers, actors, performers, professionals, and believe it or not, ladies and gentlemen, even cardinals with a very high status in the Vatican. I can't really name all of them for you right now, because the names are countless, you know that. A few of them are present here right now. And there is a surprise, as one of them will be performing with us today. I myself am an ex-student of this school. Having passed out just 3 years ago, I consider it a privilege to be back, standing behind my favorite piece, the podium. I am forever indebted to this school, for they have initiated me on something that I love the most, the stage. Thank you, St. Stanislaus. Studying in a Jesuit school is honestly, absolutely invaluable. The values of hard work and discipline have been instilled strongly in us, and as you will see a little later on, over the past year with the festivals, the inter-school programs, and celebrations the school had put up, have been done beautifully. The school on the whole, for the hard work they have put in throughout the past year, needs a huge round of applause. Ladies and gentlemen, give it up for them. Now, this is the time you have all been waiting for me to stop blabbering and get to the point. This show, Man for Others, is directed artistically by Avit Dias, a professional dance choreographer. One of his most notable works is the dance in All Is Well, a song featuring in the famous Bollywood film, 3 Idiots. Now, the main part of our show, obviously, is Man for Others, the musical, which is based on carrying the legacy of the school forward with every Stanislaite, past and present, living the motto, born for greater things. We are also having a 12-minute audiovisual documentary about St. Stanislaus over the past year. However, to kickstart this grand finale, we have the cutest and the smallest part of our family. Presenting to you the adorable KG section, who will sing and dance to This Little Light of Mine. Such a sweet performance. Well, Stanislaites past and present around the world are known to be instrumental in helping others through example to keep achieving. Up next is an audiovisual documentary about how Stanislaites over the past year have been, in their own small way, men for others. This documentary also highlights how Stanislaites are grooming their next generation into becoming men for others and responsible citizens of this country. Take a look.
Sesquicentennial Stanislaus. What a year of celebration this has been. But, hold on. This was no ordinary celebration. It's a Jesuit thing, which means it was more than special. It was a celebration that started in prayer and actually blossomed beautifully as the year progressed. Stanislaites and students from 50 other schools across Mumbai had the privilege of interacting with the former President of India, Dr. Abdul Kalam, on these very grounds. It was an experience that they will cherish for a lifetime. Stanislaites did not want to celebrate alone. So the other schools of Bandra were invited to join in this celebration. And what a way to do it. Initially coming together to honor our country on Republic Day. A first in Mumbai, when 19 schools and over 900 students created a mini Rajpath in Bandra when they marched on Hill Road, along with the elite Rapid Action Force. This joint venture was fully supported by the NCC Director General's Office of the Indian Armed Forces. We are glad that this idea has been replicated by the state government in a big way in 2014. Under the stewardship of the principal, Father Jude Fernandez, and with the complete support of the staff and PTA, the outreach program was able to touch many. This program will surely go a long way towards creating better students in our society. the outreach program has prompted other schools to do the same. As we await the start of the grand finale and go forward, let us not forget what this outreach program has set out to do, remembering to keep in mind our motto, born for greater things.
Hello all, staff, students, Stanislaus. Welcome to the show. We are 3 generations of a family who have studied in this very school. The glorious history of education in St. Stanislaus over the last...
See, I told you he would do that.
How would I know? I thought he wouldn't.
Excuse me? Is there a problem?
You always do this. Tell us boring stories that we never want to hear.
But cut him some slack. It's not his fault. You know he is boring.
What? Boring?
But people haven't come here for his formal tone, formal clothing, formal presentation.
No, but I can assure you.
Yes, I agree with you.
Would someone tell me what's going on? Don't you shh me.
Don't shh me. Him.
But Dad,
Now. Not in front of them.
We are terribly sorry, everyone. But it seems imminent to take a U-turn.
Lack of preparation on our part. But the show has to have a heart.
but this is a story of education.
It can be told with exhortation.
150 years is a jubilation.
No one can understand my exasperation.
Okay, boy. Do the honors.
Finally. Thank you for stopping this nonsensical rhyming.
I wasn't talking to you.
Lol.
But you have to let me do this, Dad. This is a big responsibility. I have undertaken the task of telling everyone about the 150 years of the evolution of education in St. Stanislaus.
So, have we.
But we can have some fun doing so.
All right, I give up. Do what you will.
Far away, Grandpa!
It all began when...
Oh, please. You mean to say that is not boring? All right, I'm listening.
This is precisely what I wanted to say. Education was and is first and foremost a discipline. And this was the supreme entity back then. We didn't study to score marks or percentage, but for overall excellence in life. Teachers didn't write to our parents as often as now, but they straightened us out by themselves. Our time was truly the era of the cane.
Somewhere over the rainbow, way up high. a star and wake up where the clouds are far behind me. Where troubles melt like lemon drops away above the chimney tops, that's where you'll find me. Somewhere over the rainbow, birds fly, over the rainbow, white and white are tied. If happy little bluebirds fly beyond the rainbow, while your white hearts
Bite your V's. Kiss your W's. Just knowing a spelling isn't enough for use. A word will mean as much as you weigh it. But first and foremost, you must learn to say it. Repeat. Perseverance.
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 No. Perseverance. Knowledge isn't just found in books. Education isn't just about completing your syllabus. Success isn't about scoring good marks. These things must exist deep inside of us. And the deeper do we apply what we learn in school, the closer do we come to obtaining knowledge, gaining education, and achieving success in our lives. But boys, for that what do we need is hard work.
It's been a hard day's life, and I've been walking like a dog. It's been a hard day's life, I should be sleeping like a dog. But when I get home to you, I find the things that you do will make me feel alright. You know I work all day to get you money to buy things, and it's good to hear you say you're gonna give me everything. So why not should I know? But when I get you alone, you know I'll be okay. When I'm home, everything seems to be right. When I'm home, feeling you holding me tight, tight, yeah. It's been a hard day's night, and I've been walking like a dog. Hard day's night, I should be Wow. Do they also use a cane in your tuition classes?
Well, we didn't have any tuition classes.
Then how did you score 90%?
We didn't. But that doesn't mean we aren't successful in life.
Yeah, of course not.
Back then, it wasn't the quantity of percentage or the size of syllabus. It was the quality of learning and in-depth understanding. We didn't study for examinations, we studied for life.
And you thought I would be too pedantic?
Alright then, why don't you tell us your story?
Well, a characteristic of our time was that the cane had become less powerful of a force. We were encouraged to ask questions. We did not have any internet or mobile phones, but we did have all these questions. And who better to ask than our teachers? Although, sometimes, of course, we questioned them just to see if they knew the answers. You went to school to learn, girl, thing you never knew before.
Not A before E, except after C.
Why 2 + 2 makes 4? Nah, 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 I'm gonna teach you. All about love, girl.
Sit yourself down and take a seat. All you gotta do is repeat after me.
ABC, easy as 1, 2, 3, or simple as do, re, mi. ABC, 1, 2, 3, teaching you and me now. ABC, easy as 1, 2, 3, simple as do, re, mi. ABC, 1, 2, 3.
Come on, let me help you just a little bit. Come on, let me help you just a little bit. I'm gonna teach you how to sing it out.
Come on, let me show you what it's all about. Reading, writing, arithmetic are the branches of the learning tree.
But without the roots of love every day,
Education ain't complete. Teacher gonna show you how to get in there.
teach me to, I do. Listen to me, do. That's all you gotta do, yeah. Easy as 1, 2, 3, as simple as do, re, mi. ABC, 1, 2, 3, teaching you and me now. ABC, easy as 1, 2, 3, as simple as do, re, mi. ABC, 1, 2, 3, teaching you and me now. That's how easy love can be. Sing a simple melody. 1, 2, 3, you and me.
Teacher, tell me, why is the sky blue? Or teacher, maybe you could tell me if the ostrich ever flew?
Yes,
Teacher,
can you tell me why our summer is so long and how tasteless stuff like spinach could make our body strong?
Teacher,
Tell me, why does chicken cross the road? What is the exact difference between a frog and a toad?
Yes, references. I will look it up my book.
Teacher,
tell me how the fish swim in a brook.
Teacher, why do girls have long hair? Why the blue whale is called a mammal? Is it just because it breathes in air?
what is the capital of Yugoslavia?
Stop. Here, take this. I have marked all the answers to all your questions. Just go through this once.
This is much before your time. In our time, a computer occupied 1,800 square feet and stored only 16 KB. In our time, connecting the world using wires and dishes was not imagined. In our time, we touched a glass screen only for cleaning it. But in our time, our teachers were our Wikipedia, our teachers were our Google Maps, our teachers were our YouTube. I heard you on the wireless back in 52, lying awake and tuning in on you. If I was young, it didn't stop you coming through. They took the credit for your second symphony, rewritten by machine and new technology. And now I understand the problems you can see. I met your children. What did you tell them? Video kill the radio star. Video kill the radio star. Pictures came and broke your heart. And now we meet in an abandoned studio. We hear the playback and it seems so long ago. And you remember the jingle just to go. You were the first one. You were the last one. Video kill the radio star. Video kill the radio star. In my mind and in my car, we can't rewind, we've gone too far. Video kill the radio star. Video kill the radio star. In my mind and in my car, we can't rewind, we've gone too far. Pictures came and broke your heart. Put the blame on VCR. You're a radio star. You're a radio star. Video kill the 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 radio star. You're a radio star. You're a radio star. Okay, I get it. You had all these questions. Then someone came up with Google. That's it. Problem solved.
Oh, I'm afraid it wasn't that simple. There was this dark age in between for some years.
I don't remember. What age was that?
It was the percent age.
Percentage.
The percent age. It saw the rise of the nefarious cult of the percent.
Sounds scary.
Oh, you have no idea.
I got 95%. My matriculation. I got 97% in my SSC.
I got the state scholarship in all subjects and I don't even need the money.
I'm bigger. I am better.
I am smarter. You there.
What have you done?
I am the captain of the winning basketball team.
outside, yeah. Skip ahead of the game. Skip ahead of the game. Don't be afraid to skip outside, yeah. Skip ahead of the game. You gotta get ahead of the game. Gotta get ahead of the game. Gotta get ahead of the game. Come on, get ahead of the game. Gotta get ahead of the game. Woo! Let's make sure that we get the rebound. We get the crowd go wild. Pretend gonna grab and go. Maybe this time we'll hit the right note. Wait a minute, in the time and place. Wait a minute, get my head in the game. Wait a minute, get my head in the game. Wait a minute, gotta get my head in the game. You gotta get the head in the game. Gotta get my head in the game. You gotta get the head in the game. Come on, get my head in the game. You gotta get the head in the game. Gotta get my head in the game. You gotta get the head in the game. Why am I feeling so wrong? My head's in the game, but my heart's in the song. She makes us feel so right. Should I go for it? I better shake this. Yikes. Gotta get my head in the game. Gotta get my head in the game. Come on, get my head in the game. Gotta get my head in the game. Woo!
Times have changed.
Which tuition classes do you all go to?
Only the percentages matter now.
Yeah.
We want no education.
We just want a percentage.
We don't care about values.
We just care about price.
We want power.
Money.
Success.
We want our students to learn, but the system just wants them to score. There's just not enough time left, so we must devise our own formulae to teach.
Good morning.
Good morning, boys. Sit. Repeat. P-E-R.
P-E-R.
S-E-V.
S-E-V.
E-R-A-N-C-E.
E-R-A-N-C-E.
Good. Now write down perseverance 100 times.
We want every student to learn the in-depth meaning of every topic in every subject so that they understand how that affects their lives. But this mammoth syllabus to complete, coaching classes to compete with, how do we actually impart education?
Okay, boys. Spell education.
E-D-U-C-A-T-I-O-N.
Good. Now write down education 1000 times.
Millions of students stopped playing in this era, stopped breathing in free air, stopped living their lives, and instead started to bend down under all the weight and expectations of the world, under the weight of kilos of repetitive homework, under the weight exerted by the gaze of their parents, teachers, relatives, friends, parents, tuition teachers, and everyone else in their world. Education became one gigantic pressure cooker.
That's all. Then the solution is simple.
Ah, yes. There is always a simple solution. But it took too long to identify the exact problem. But once we identified the problem, we started executing the solutions.
My fellow staff and teachers, you've got to understand. It's just pre-teen rebel nature that gets them out of hand. They don't like mollycoddling, impositions. Oh, it gives them pain. And the rule books won't even let us use the cane. Have a nice day.
Good morning, Mr. Gupta. We are very upset. Our boy needs the attention that every child ought to get. We are not complaining. We are misunderstood. We are just concerned about his good.
Yes, his good.
Yes, his profile should just look bright and shiny for his good.
Hi, Cho.
Cho? What's a cho?
He means you, teacher.
And what will you call the principal? Just pal?
Pal, that's
good
a good
idea.
idea. Pal, yes, pal.
What's this high cha nonsense? Whatever happened to good morning, good manners are now in the past tense. Wikipedia's replaced learning. But look how they wheel techno stuff, smartphones, Google Maps, and that's of course a feather in their caps.
They don't need commanders, they just need a friend. More approachable guides in this new leading trend.
Let's be counseling mentors as much as we could. For deep down inside of them, there is good.
There is good.
There is untapped good. Yes, inside the worst of us is good.
Hi, Cho. Will you be my friend on Facebook?
Sure, as soon as I create an account.
Okay, Cho.
My backbone is bent over. I slog like a mule. And 6 kilos of homework each day I carry to school. Engineering or medical? How do I say it at this stage? Heavens, just stop asking my percentage.
There's nothing but net, but I am in it on a roll. But I've got a confession, my own secret obsession, and it's making me lose control.
Everybody gather round.
If I can tell a secret, then I can tell mine. I bake. I love to bake strudels, scones, and even add pandowdy. Someday I hope to make the perfect creme brulee. No, 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 no. Stick to the stuff you know. If you wanna be cool, follow one to the rule. Don't mess with the flow, no, no. Stick to the status quo. Open up, dig way down deep. Is that even legal?
no, 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 no. Stick to the stuff you know. If you let up apart, things as they are, don't mess with the flow, no, no. Stick to the status quo. Listen, well, I'm ready to tell about a need that I cannot deny. There's no explanation for this awesome sensation, but I'm ready to let it fly. Speak your mind and you'll be home. Alright, if Shaw wants to be a singer, then I'm coming, please. I play the cello.
Dude, what is it? A song?
No, dude, it's like a giant violin.
Not another word.
Hold it tight. No, 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 no. Stick with the stuff you know. If you wanna be cool, follow one simple rule. Don't mess with the flow, no, no. Stick to the status quo. No, no, no. Stick with the stuff you know. It is better by far if you think that they are. Don't mess with the flow, no, no. Stick to the status quo. Some things are right, and we gotta get things back where they belong. We can do it.
Stick with what you know.
We can do it.
She has gotta go.
We can do it.
He don't wanna know. No. 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 No.
No, 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 no. Stick to the stuff you know. If you wanna be cool, follow one simple rule. Don't mess with the flow, no, no. Stick to the status quo. No, no, no. Stick to the stuff you know. It is better than fun. Things as they are, don't mess with the flow, no, no. Stick to the status, stick to the status, stick to the status quo.
Here, boys, I'll give you all grades so that no one will ask you how much percent you've made. And as for your homework, we'll do what we should. And as for your future, it looks good.
It looks good. Indeed, indeed, it looks good.
The future of this country and its children does look good. This has been how we, the teachers,
And we, the parents, and we, the students,
have been a part of this magnanimous, humongous, and regal evolution of education over the last 150 years. Like the cycle of life, from a small seed to a sapling, to a huge oak tree, to its leaves and branches, and then back to the seed.
he means to say, ladies and gentlemen, the show is over.
get an education from St. Stanislaus. Gave me lots of action and lots of fun. Scoring like a bandit till the bubble burst. And celebrate 150 years. Whoa, it's me. All through my life I was happy and free. Save my soul. We got an education that'll help us to grow. We gotta go back, back, back to school again. With our head held high, we touch the sky. From the start to the very end. We gotta go back, back, back to school again. Whoa, whoa, we gotta go back to school again. Geometry and history is what we learn. Biology and chemistry is helped us on. Well, don't you see that we got what a better fate? It's only up to us to differentiate. Well, can't you see? Our kids in school have been living their dreams. And as they say, our kids are mindful bodies as they're walking ahead. We gotta go back, back, back to school again. With our heads held high, we can touch the sky. From the fly to the very end. We gotta go back, back, back to school again. Whoa, whoa, we gotta go back to school again. Cheers to St. Stanislaus, 150 years, absolutely fabulous. A great performance for all the children. Together and drag my feet. And then I saw these children walking down the street. I said, little children, how about a game? And they said, we got to go, we gotta be late. Well, I could see the look in their eyes was follow me. And I was proud. Our kids of the future will do us proud. We gotta go back, back, back to school again. With our head held high, touch the sky. Back to school again. We gotta go back, back, back to school again. Whoa, whoa, we gotta go back to school again.
I am back to school too. That was a complete walk down memory lane. You know how I wish I could return to school sometimes. You know, it's really a golden phase gone by. Anyway, moving to the next part of our show, we have a book launch. I now hand over the mic to teacher Sanjot to kindly do the needful.
Thank you, Graham. Thank you very much. And ladies and gentlemen, friends, cast on stage, what a stupendous performance, especially with our alumnus, Shantanu Mukherjee, adding fire to whatever happened on stage. Let's put our hands together, ladies and gentlemen. The staff, the workers, the office staff, the students, right from the KG to the 9th standard. Sheer hard work, effort, toil. But what contentment, what bliss to be able to see each one of them on stage, shining like a true star. After all, they are Stanislaites, born for greater things. Let's hear it for Stanislaus and Stanislaites once again. Thank you. If there could be something that can up this performance, it better be something very, very special. And yes, special it is. We are talking about the launch of the commemorative book. A book that celebrates 150 glorious years of St. Stanislaus High School. And to take this moment forward, I would like to invite all our dignitaries on stage. I'm requesting the Student Council to kindly escort our chief guest for this evening, Rear Admiral Chawla, along with our guest of honor, Mr. Jayant Banthia, onto the stage. I'm requesting the principal of St. Stanislaus High School, Father Jude Fernandez, along with the manager of St. Stanislaus High School, Father Errol Fernandez, to kindly come up on stage. Ladies and gentlemen, let the applause roll as our dignitaries make their way to the stage. At this point of time, I would also like to invite in a very, very special way two of our ex-Stanislites, the men who have made the commemorative book possible, Mr. David D'Souza and Mr. Warren De Silva. Kindly join us on stage, please. That's right. These are the two men who made the commemorative book a vision into a reality. What was in our thoughts, what was in our minds is there for the world to see. And not just to see, but to cherish. Not just for 150 years, but many, many years to come. Let's hear it for all these gentlemen once again. Thank you. I now request the manager of the school, Father Errol Fernandez, and the principal of the school, Father Jude Fernandez, to kindly invite our chief guest and our guest of honor to release the commemorative book. The commemorative book being brought on stage by one of our council members, Master Stefan Abraham. And while this historic moment happens on stage, I would like to draw your attention to the terrace of St. Peter's Church, to the terrace of St. Stanislaus High School, as you see the wishing lights transporting our dreams, our hopes, our aspirations to the future, probably the next 150 years. That's right. We have a whole group which is functioning on the terrace even now. Let's hear it for that group also, ladies and gentlemen. The commemorative book, a copy of which are being handed over to our dignitaries this evening. We have the captain of the Brito House doing the honors. A copy of it being presented to our alumnus, Mr. Shantanu Mukherjee, more popularly known as Shan. A unique feature of the commemorative book is the fact that it's a series of leaflets that are bound in the form of a book in a common jacket. So you could pick and choose the section that you want to leaf through. While we are on stage, let me take this opportunity to request Father Errol Fernandez to present our chief guest and our guest of honor with a token of appreciation on behalf of St. Stanislaus High School. Could we have the Scout boys in position, please? Thank you, sirs, for making your presence here so much more special, adding so much more quality and value to the evening today. Thank you so much. Right now, I invite the host to take the evening forward to the next level. Graham, it's all yours.
I now request Father Jude to kindly give his vote of thanks.
Wow, what an evening. The new generation is being trained not only with knowledge, but also trained to use their heart. And that is what we are trying to depict, that the next generation worldwide needs to be looking at the heart in addition to the mind. Jesuit fathers, dignitaries present this evening, Shan, our star attraction, principals of various schools, our guests, parents, teachers, and my dear students. It's been wonderful all through the year celebrating. Our school since last June has been in a celebration mood, and today is the culmination of all those celebrations. We thank you all for being present here in such a large number to be with us, supporting us. It is very encouraging to have you with us, and that is what we want. That is what you are here for, and we want to take this forward. We want to thank Mr. David for the photography, trying to bring St. Stanislaus 150 years alive. He succeeded in that. You will see it in the Sesquicentennial commemorative book. Thank you, David. Mr. Warren, through his skill of writing, has tried to put in as few words, tried to bring back life to 150 years and beyond. A very important group we would like to thank is the PTA, our parents and teachers who come together in such large numbers to support us. And it is very heartening to know that parents continue supporting us in large numbers with their time and also economically. We have one of our parents who stepped into my office, Mr. Ramadan, and said, "Father, I want to donate 5 lakhs for this event." Thank you, Mr. Ramadan. He's with us in the audience. Together with many other donors, PTA members, thank you for being part of St. Stanislaus. We want to thank our ex-students, all present here in large numbers, their constant support, their constant ideas being put forward. They're standing by us all through. Thank you very much to all the ex-students present here. A loud applause for them. Thank you to all our teachers here. Thank you very much. Loud applause to all the teachers for the hard work. It's not easy to teach in class and yet celebrate event after event, and they have done wonderfully well. Thank you, teachers. Thank you to all our non-teaching staff and all our support staff. Thank you very much. You have been part of this exciting 150 years. We were supposed to release the souvenir, but I have got advertisements on my table even this morning. So the response has been overwhelming, and we still expect a lot more to come in terms of advertising forms being filled up. PTA members and other ex-students, I'm sure you will continue pouring in your advertisements, and we will definitely find another event, another big event to release that souvenir. Thank you very much for your continual support. And finally, as we step into the 151st year, we still continue to celebrate. I would like to thank our manager, Father Errol, and all the Jesuits present here this evening, including the Jesuits of St. Stanislaus and St. Peter's community. Thank you very much for being so supportive. God bless. Thank you. A gift to all our students and teachers. Tomorrow, Monday, we will have a holiday. Thank you very much. Yeah. God bless you and keep coming again, and let's celebrate the 150 first year all together. 20 schools in Bandra coming together. It's great. Education is something here to last, and we will continue to be educators and students, always working with a sensitive heart, sensitive to everyone around us. God bless you all.
I now request Father Errol to kindly present our chief guest, Rear Admiral Anil Kumar Chawla, with a token of appreciation on behalf of St. Stanislaus High School. Rear Admiral Anil Kumar Chawla is the current flag officer commanding the Western Fleet of the Indian Navy. A distinguished naval officer, he was commissioned in 1982 and is an alumni of the National Defense Academy, NDA, Khadakwasla. Let's hear it for Rear Admiral Anil Kumar Chawla. Thank you, sir. We would also like to felicitate our guest of honor, Mr. Jayant Banthia, ex-Chief Secretary of Maharashtra. Thank you, sir, for being present here this evening. A token of appreciation also being presented to the two ex-Stanislites, the mind, the heart, the vision behind the commemorative book, Mr. David D'Souza and Mr. Warren De Silva. And while we are talking about ex-Stanislites, how can we forget the presence of Mr. Shantanu Mukherjee on stage? Thank you, Shan. As always, you make Stanislaus feel very, very special. Ladies and gentlemen, the cast on stage, let's put our hands together to welcome the director of the show, Mr. Arvid Dias, on stage. That's one thing about our director. He likes his work to be seen. So let's hear it for him once again, friends, for such a wonderful, wonderful job. Our chief guest and our guest of honor have been accompanied by their lovely wives. And how can we forget the women behind the men? I take the opportunity to invite our Vice Principal, Sister Gloria, and the Supervisor of the Secondary Section, Teacher Anna, along with the Principal of St. Stanislaus High School, Father Jude Fernandez, to kindly present the two lovely ladies with a token of appreciation. Thank you, ma'am. Thank you for being present here this evening. This is a small request to everybody in the audience. We are moving on to the final segment of this evening's function. A very, very solemn moment, a very, very special moment. What is the request? After this particular segment is over, I request you to be seated because there are lots of surprises in store still. So please do not move from your seats till I ask you to do so. Thank you so much.
I have kept the last thank you to Avid Dias. Avid Dias came to my office and said, Father, everything is organized. Please don't call me on stage. But I still think it is important that Avid is here on stage. Avid, wherever you are, say a hello at least. Avid Dias. Thank you, Avid Dias, for the wonderful staging of this great grand finale.
Thank you, Father Jude. We are so very proud of our school right now, aren't we? I need an answer, yes or no? Let us all now rise and show this pride by singing the school anthem with a person who brings out the entire meaning of the song. Ladies and gentlemen, presenting to you once again, the one and only Shan.
गाते हैं दिल में लिए सम्मान ए स्कूल हमारी शान जिसे मिले शिक्षा और ज्ञान इसका सदा रहे अभिमान Your praise, our school, our joy and pride, where we were schooled in virtue's ways, in duty, truth and courage tried. Come boys, let's sing in jubilee. Alma mater true. And while we sail our life's darksome seas, our thoughts hark back to you. With you our hearts are full of joy, and we are proud to be your boys. In our thoughts we keep you safe, for you have been our guide. We can't forget you and those days, the ground on which we build our lives. Come boys, let's set our voices free and celebrate our school. As now we see 150 years gone by, we yearn for more with you. With you our hearts are full of joy, and we are proud to be your boys. Always be your, always be your, always be your boy.
Thank you, cast. I'm requesting the cast to kindly sit on stage. Thank you, boys. Thank you, sirs. Thank you so much. Would you? Well, ladies and gentlemen, didn't I tell you this evening is going to be full of surprises? What is the next surprise that's coming up? Well, it's not for me, it's for Graham to tell you.
The surprise is a final goodbye. I finally thank you, my dear people, for being present here and for being such a wonderful audience. I hope you have all had a fun and edifying evening. Thank you all once again. God bless and have an enthralling 151st year of St. Stanislaus High School. Good night. That is a surprise.
Ladies and gentlemen, let's hear it for our compere for this evening. An ex-student of Stanislaus, of course, Master Graham D'Souza. Let it roll, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you, Graham. That's what makes this evening so special. Every aspect of it has the Stanislaus touch. Ex-Stanislaus, ex-teachers, ex-principals. I would safely call this category as ex-PTA. Ex-PTA because even after their children pass out of school, parents are still very much a part of the Stanislaus Parivar. Ladies and gentlemen, the exit is to my right. And as you move to the exit, I would request you to take a look at the screens as we roll the credits and some very special moments. Backstage action, candid moments. In short, the making of man for others.